everybody. Welcome to the 28-day series celebrating Black History Month through Black women entrepreneurs. Today, we did a various amount of roundtable discussions with several Black women who are in business. This initiative is through Black Women in Excellence. Black Women in Excellence has been established since 2020, and I work with 67 Black women entrepreneurs. And I'm excited to bring this initiative for Black History Month 2023. You're gonna see, dynamic Black women who have functional, viable, sustainable businesses. You're gonna hear our experiences, our barriers, and what the economy is benefiting from us, along with some of our issues, some things that we'd like to see from the financial institutions, from organizations, and better, equipped with support from our community. So come with me, join me, and enjoy this initiative for 28-day series celebrating Black History Month through Black women entrepreneurs. Hello, welcome to the 28-day series celebrating Black History Month through Black women entrepreneurs. So we are here today with Taya, with Winnie, I'm gonna call you Winnie, not Wonderland, Winnie and Erika. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm excited to have the conversation flowing and popping and moving. My first question to you guys, do you feel being a Black woman in business located in the Maritimes does not give you as much leverage on the playing field as a Black woman in business in more popular provinces, such as Toronto, Ottawa, Ontario, Ottawa, Alberta, Montreal? Do you feel being in the Maritimes, you're not able to get what most?
I would say yes, because here in the Maritime is such a small playing field as compared to Toronto, where you have all the diversities of this, and we're just here in this little one Black community, you know what I mean? And then, to be honest, we have to have people like you come out to, break these glass ceilings to be able to, you know what I mean? To be able to kind of get up there where Toronto and Montreal is, where all the diversity of, the people and businesses are, where you expect that kind of stuff. We're here, we don't.
Well, the reason I ask that is because we have the biggest Black community in all of Canada. Not Atlantic Canada,
Exactly.
all of Canada. And I am continuously perplexed as to why Black businesses are not elevated on the scale of other provinces when we have the biggest Black community in all of Canada. As an investor, you going to say something, Taya?
Yeah, I was
Go
saying
ahead.
It's the support level. It's the fact that everybody, even though we have the largest Black communities, we don't have the largest amount of support.
Exactly, that's the biggest thing.
And most of our support usually comes from outside of the community, so that also makes a big difference in how you show up in the community. So
Exactly.
I agree. For you, Erika's a real estate investor. If you lived in a different province, do you think that you would have scaled your business quicker than you have?
Definitely. When I started my journey, a lot of the connections I made were in Ontario. They had, investors groups, women investor groups as well. In my industry, you don't see many women that, are in that industry. Online groups that were not in my province, right? So there's some now, but they're small. But yeah, just the support and just people knowing about it, I guess. So.
Well, what I would say to that is that you have to start something now. Because when you don't have something, you genuinely are, intrigued to start something because you're longing for it. So you end up starting an initiative. So just an idea for you. What about you? Like you have, a decorating company, events planning company, and that type of business can be all over Canada.
It definitely can.
It's huge. The industry is $1 million industry when it comes to, especially corporate events. Like it's huge. If you live, because you did live away at one point, and you come back home
to start the business
business back home. But if you live somewhere else, do you feel that your business would be, profitable with larger profit margins today than it was last year if you didn't live here?
Well, definitely more profitable if I was in, let's just say Ontario, because that's where I came from. But also Ontario is one of the largest cities that we have. or provinces that we have in Canada. But definitely, like I look at other Black women, and I'm saying Black women specifically who are in the same industry as I am in Ontario, and they're thriving. And it's a lot of it has to do with who you know as well, and the connections that you make, right? And that, for God forbid, it's not going to be all Black people. It's not going to be all Black corporates, because we don't have a lot of that here in Nova Scotia.
No.
And so you have to network with certain people, and that's why things like this, like your program, it's a godsend, because it gives us a chance to do that networking, both in and outside of our communities, right? And to bring in that, to drive in that business. But it's a lot of footwork that you got to do on your own too. It's a lot of
Preach that,
and most of us who start our businesses are already working 9 to 5, so the time that we give to our businesses, it's kind of lacking, and so you don't put as much emphasis into what you could be doing, right? And then if you don't have the connections, you don't put the energy behind it, well,
it's going to show. It's going to show. That's one of my rants I always talk about. You know, you get out of your business what you put in, and I know a lot of people work 9 to 5s, which is totally fine, because you have to get to a point where you can leave your 9 to 5 to really, grow your business and really concentrate on it. But for me, it's almost like I can't take the complaints of no one supported me, my business isn't doing well, I'm just going to step back from it and reassess it. And I'm like, girl, stop that. Stop that. Like, no, we're not doing that right now. No matter how tired you are, because as an entrepreneur, you're always going to be tired. I actually, have a memoir that's coming out, and it's titled I'll Sleep When I'm Dead, because I'm always tired. But there's so many things that I need to accomplish, as a woman, as a mother. Like, I have goals that I want to achieve. But if I always complained about being tired and not doing that, and then saying I have to do this and that, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So I always tell people, what you put in your business is what you're going to get out. Exactly. You got to attend networking events. That is a big thing. Like, there's none when it comes to Black women. We already know that, Black businesses. I think there's one that I went to this year through BBI, and that was their Christmas holiday celebration. Other than that, I've been at other networking events where I'm the only Black person, let alone Black woman. I am always walking in as the Black speck. Like, you see a sea of white, and I'm that Black speck with pink lips and crazy eyelashes and showing all shape and body. So I'm different. It's true, because I don't fit in with the crowd. But I find that, it took me a while to get comfortable. But now when I go in, I own it. I'm not scared anymore. I don't have anxiety. I just go in, and most people already know who I am. But as you said, there's not enough Black businesses with corporates and investors and leaders here for us to just depend on that. We have to outsource to other communities.
so true.
Yeah, and that's the truth.
Isn't it sad?
It is. I got more opportunities to maybe partner with other organizations like myself from Ontario, more than here. Don't get me wrong. I have spoken with organizations here, and maybe it's because I'm new and upcoming that maybe they're kind of lack to want to partner with me, but to have another province that's doing kind of the same thing that I'm doing and see what I'm trying to do to accomplish through Empowerment for Hope, that is like, wow, it's a big step for me. I'm going to be going tomorrow into the prison.
Oh, what one?
Nova. So, yeah.
Memories. Memories. No, honestly, God, Nova is one of the jails throughout Canada that have more of the support systems and programs put in place than any other jail that's for females. So I just want to note that. But, yeah.
So I'm excited.
You should be excited.
I am. It's part of my prison ministry, so yeah.
Oh, I wish I was there with you. Oh my God, I'd probably get anxiety walking in there again. And you know what's so funny? And I'm going to say it's on camera. I was asked to speak at Walmart last year about diversity, equity, and inclusion. So I was at the Mumford Road Walmart, and I made a joke about it because the regional managers, there was a whole staff, it was a whole big thing. And they walked me to the back. And I said to them, oh my God, last time I've been here is when I got caught stealing lipstick. And you guys walked me to the back and the police come and got me. And they all looked at me and I was like, oh, real talk. It's a real true story. And they were just like, Tia. I was like, I keep it real. Like, that's just me.
You know?
So if I ever walked into, like, even Burnside again to speak to women or Nova, it would be like, shit, this is a different...
Yeah.
I'm not coming here as, you know, a prisoner or coming here as someone who did something bad.
Yeah.
I'm coming to do something good. So congratulations on that, girl.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Wow. Ontario is one of the, I find, even for me, I got a lot of partnerships and a lot of businesses. Nova Scotia, I think we're just so conservative, they can't see past. They can't see to what we're trying to do as black women and black businesses. They're just stuck on, you know, trying to create a diverse culture within their corporate company rather than actually bring in diversity to help create that corporate culture. But that's another topic for another day because I can go on for 2-3 hours with that one. But you had any final thoughts on the question I asked? Any final words you want to say?
I just want to touch on the fact that you said something that my grandmother would say all the time because she would get up at the crack of dawn, and I'm talking like 6 a.m., no job, just 6 a.m. to start whatever she had to start, but she'd be like, and I'd be like, why you up so early? Like, what, you on a job today? And she'd be like, I'll sleep when I'm dead.
My grandmother said to me.
Yeah, so I don't know if this is a thing in this black community that they were hardworking women, and I think that drives a lot of us black women to do what we want to do because of the fact that we have that the tenacity and the strength in us to want to go and do what you have to do, and you know, be the mom, be the working mom, and do everything.
Doctor.
Exactly. So
And you know, after my launch, I took a leap of faith, and especially after I became on the board, the community health board, and left my job. Because it wasn't really doing anything for me. I'm okay. I'm okay. I know, and I really put time into this. Like, I think in my head, oh my God, this is like when this is your income. This is your baby. Like, you have to do this. And in the same way that when I used to do other things, I'm just there for that because that's the only thing in my head. I'm still okay. Like, you know, financially, I'm going to be okay. But I took that leap of faith and just because I can't put the time into really do what I want to do through Empowerment for Hope by doing 10 hours and 12 hours for somebody else and then too tired. By the time you wake up, it's almost 5 o'clock in the afternoon. You got to go back. So I just wanted to get,
I wouldn't say that I would press anybody to leave their 9 to 5, but if anybody knows me, I press people to leave their 9 to 5. I do because when you only have that one thing to rely on, you go freaking hard. Like you go so hard into that business because you know if you don't make any sales that day,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
You're absolutely fucked. You're screwed. Your kids ain't eating, your bills ain't getting paid. But when you have that cradle cushion of your job 9 to 5, you're kind of like, oh, I got the business as a side hustle and I have my 9 to 5, I'm good. But when you take that leap of faith and you go all the way in, I mean, I didn't take a leap of faith. I had no choice. No one was hiring a criminal, you know, they weren't hiring someone who had criminal record. So I had no choice to start a business. But if I had to do it again, I would do a leap of faith and just so congratulations.
I had to do that for myself. No, and I'm proud that I did that, you know. I still got my little cushion, but still at the end of the day, like, I'm really putting my time into doing this.
Congratulations on that one. Wow, thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys joining me today. You know, as Winnie likes to say, we keep it real. When it comes to Tia, I keep it 100% real. And some things people like you may not agree with. It doesn't stop me from saying it. Thank you again. Have a nice day.